What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of A Therapeutic Edge. Today, sitting on the table in front of us, is the Artisan Proponent. Now, this is an enormous knife. I love big knives, so I love this knife. This is a Dirk Pinkerton design. It is a little over 3.5 inches of cutting surface. The blade itself is 2 inches tall. The knife weighs 11 ounces, basically. It is 3.75 inches of S35 VN. I love this thing. The handle is, let's see, a little over 1/2 inch. Yep, about 0.6. It is massive. It fits my hand beautifully. It is just a great knife. It's a little silly, but that's why I love it. You can deploy it with the thumb studs. You can deploy it with the flipper. And thanks to this fuller, you can, if you're willing to hold it a little low, you can flick it. I mean, come on. If the blade was this much longer, it would be a short sword. It is incredibly stabby, thanks to the narrow, fine edge that this thing comes down to, and the very, very sharp point that this blade comes to. So if you're the, gas station fighting type, and again, I'm not, this knife would serve you incredibly well. I have used this thing as an EDC. I have used this thing, well, a lot, actually, since I got it. I'm sad to say that I'm actually starting to wear some of the color off the clip because this thing goes in my pocket so much. Let's talk about that clip. Now, with a knife this big, having this much width back here, right? Nice long clip, good ramp, just enough room for jeans, means that even though this thing is a tank, it settles into the pocket beautifully. Now, if you're a smaller person, and I am not, or you wear light pants, and I don't, you're going to want to wear suspenders because otherwise this thing is going to pull your pants down. Again, almost 11 ounces. I don't usually do size comparisons, but today we're going to bring out an old friend. That's a Rat Model 1. Now, lengthwise, we're close. But in every other dimension, I mean literally every other dimension, the Proponent just dwarfs this thing. You can see it floating around over the top. This is an excellent knife too. We will talk about this when I do a budget line in a little while. But let's talk about this some more. So I saw this thing's little brother, which is the Fulcrum at Blade, and I fell in love with it. I found this on Mass Drop a couple of weeks ago, and about 3 weeks ago, and realized that everything I loved about the Fulcrum, the Proponent has, but bigger. It is a spectacular knife. Now, what do you do with something like this? Well, I carry it to work. I have used it to cut open boxes. I've used it to cut open food packages, all the hard use stuff that I talk about all the time. I'm not going to lie. You pop this thing out in the middle of an office setting, and people tend to stop and stare, which is fine. It is a little intimidating for your average office worker, but that's their problem and not mine. If you like big knives, I mean big knives, you got to get one of these. You just do. It is fun to carry. It is fun to play with. It is good to use because of the design. All of those things come together to make the Proponent one of those sort of perfect knives. It's too big to be sensible, but so well designed that doesn't matter. And I love that about it. You cannot go wrong with this thing. Now, I think they're a couple $100, about $230 on the regular market. I got this, as I said, I think on Mass Drop. I paid less than that, and that was excellent, but I had to wait. You don't. They are available right now. And I'm telling you, if you like big chunks of titanium and well-done S35 VN, and you know, as I do, that Artisan makes beautiful knives, then this should be on your list. Anyway, once again, this is the Artisan Proponent. Thanks for watching today. If you have any questions about this, or of course any knives I've ever talked about, feel free to ask down in the comments. Like and subscribe, and if you've got friends who like videos about absurdly big knives or any other knives that I've talked about, send them my way. I'd love to have them as a subscriber, on the channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.